Julian Plenti Is Skyscraper è l'album da solista di Paul Banks che abbiamo qua. Hi Paul. Nice to meet you.
Hi there, nice to meet you.
And why now you decided to spread up your solo album?
It's something that I had in mind for a long time to do. You know, I always intended to put out a record, and it was just something that I didn't, I was working on songs, but I never felt that I had a record, and then basically I finally felt that I had one, so I put it out. But it's been a long-term plan.
Yes, because I know that you played like Julian Plenti from since 1996. About.
I mean, that's really when I started working on songs, that some of which are on the record, like Fly As You Might. The original guitar part I wrote when I was first at college, which would have been 96, yeah. But it wasn't really a finished song, it was just more of a guitar part. And it wasn't yet that I was playing out under any other names. I think I didn't start playing out until around 2001 under the name Julian Plenti.
Why you've chosen another name?
I just like stage names. I always kind of have. So I think it's not so much hide as kind of, I think, a real person, or this is art, and it's just sort of another facet of the art, I think, because it is the artifice that you present relative to your work it's not really you know what I mean, or it's just sort of, it's some kind of presentation anyway. So but I also think it's just kind of like, it's an extension of the artwork, it's like a full-on embracing of, I don't know, these abstractions that you toy with when you're making music.
And what about the first single, Games for Days, and the video clip? I would like to know something about your idea of the importance, if you give an importance to the video clip.
I had fun making the video. I don't put any importance on it. It was a really cool director, and I liked the work that I'd seen that he'd already done, and then we started talking about how to do it, and we kind of got the film idea and the kind of noirish, and I was talking to him about a Nicholas Roeg film called Performance that if any reference were to be done, I wanted it to go in that direction, and he was telling me that he wanted to go Melville and like the samurai, and so and I thought that was a really cool idea too. So then we had this film idea, and then we wanted it to be sexy, so I was asking about different ways that we could make it sexy, and then we got a treatment that was really sort of, it could have gone one of two ways, and the wrong way that it could have gone was that the female character would have sort of seemed victimized or kind of just not sexy in the right way, so then we started talking about bringing in Emily, and I knew Emily. I'd met her once, and she's a really kind of big personality and a very sort of strong presence. And then it sort of was like, wow, that would be exciting, because I think that she could play this female character and show the strength of the character and just be like a crazy chick, but in no way making it seem sort of like weird, It's more fun and sexy, and I think that so we decided to go with her, and then I think she did a great job. I think she's really good in the video, and it was fun.
And what about the songs? Because there are some ballads, very romantic, I think, and some other songs full of rock.
It's just the kind of, when I'm writing, I think various different styles happen. I'm interested in lots of different styles of music, and it's just kind of like whatever is coming out. I think sometimes if I have an electric guitar with a distortion pedal on and I'm playing around, something more aggressive is going to come out. But I tend to write at home on an acoustic guitar, and I think so. Ever from the beginning, there's a kind of, I don't know, just the sort of folkish vibe to some of that stuff, which is probably what you mean by the ballads. And I don't know, to me that's a sort of beautiful form of music to explore. Or like when I'm trying to make something really pretty, that's what I wind up doing, I think.
And what about your two jobs with Interpol and with as Julian Plenti? Do you think your production as Julian Plenti has been influenced by the Interpol music?
I'm sure it has. Yeah, I'm sure it has. I'm sure as a musician, I've been influenced by the other musicians that I work with. Sure, but at the same time, I think there's certain influences that don't get. I mean, I guess to answer your question, yes, I think I've been influenced by my bandmates. Yeah.
What about art? I've read that you're graduated at the New York University in literature, right? And what about art? Is art important in the creation of your songs and of your lyrics, especially?
I think so. I don't know. I don't. The art that I really expose myself to the most is music, books, and film. Those are the ones that I kind of most expose myself to, and I'm always pretty good about kind of making sure that I'm either watching or reading something that's good, because I do enjoy bad art as well, or commercial art. I'm one of those people that I like it. But what I find is just as a human being, when I see a really good movie or when I read a really good book, I kind of feel elevated as a person, not even specifically as an artist. I just kind of, you feel more lucid and you feel kind of recharged somehow. So I think just keeping my general energy level and just kind of spiritually upwards, I think I try and make sure I'm watching something good. And it really works. It's kind of like I think watching a really good film almost has a, not like a drug, but it's something that you can use, I think, to just sort of stay up.